welcome back to Uncaged. This video will be about the modern schooling system. Contrary to public opinion, the modern schooling system was not invented to create generations of competent, independent, free thinkers. It was meant to create generations of obedient, institutionalized lemmings. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to tell you to get as offended as you want. It won't change the truth. Another thing, contrary to public opinion, is that schooling was not an American idea. It started in Prussia, which is now part of Germany. After Prussia lost a major battle to Napoleon Bonaparte, the Prussian government decided that soldiers thinking for themselves was the problem, so they came up with a new system to quell free will in soldiers. This system was then adopted in schooling all over the world. Brace yourself, because I'm about to say something no one wants to hear.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
School is both a prison and a cult. Here's how it's a prison. In both institutions, the subjects must navigate an authoritarian system. Emphasis is placed on obedience and order. A dress code must be obeyed. Individual autonomy is largely prohibited. Schedules are micromanaged. Permission is required to use the bathroom. No input is allowed for any decisions. And those who break the rules are swiftly punished. Students and prisoners alike are rewarded for quote-unquote good behavior, conditioning them to do what they're told rather than what they desire or what is right. Individual identity is suppressed. Now here's why it's a cult. These are the 4 characteristics of a cult. Blind belief. This one should be obvious because this is what school is founded on. And in the words of Albert Einstein, blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. No first-hand knowledge because most of the quote-unquote knowledge they get comes from school. No skepticism of quote-unquote officials and quote-unquote experts, the quote-unquote experts being the teachers and principal. And of course, non-believers get shamed and punished. People who don't blindly follow the ruling class get shunned. Also, here's something else that proves that the modern schooling system is the worst. June 25th, 2010, 18-year-old Erica Goldson stood at a podium in front of her peers and their parents. As school valedictorian, Erica now had the opportunity to speak to her graduating class. To say that her words were unexpected would be a huge understatement. She said, "I cannot say that I am any more intelligent than my peers. I can attest to that I am only the best at doing what I am told and working the system. Yet, here I stand, and I am supposed to be proud that I have completed this period of indoctrination. I will leave in the fall to go on to the next phase expected of me, in order to receive a paper document that certifies that I am capable of work. A worker is someone who is trapped within repetition, a slave of the system set up before him. But now, I have successfully proven that I was the best slave. I did what I was told, to the extreme. I have no interest because I saw every subject of study as work, and I excelled at every subject just for the purpose of excelling, not learning. Take that, social engineers. Here's another thing that makes the modern schooling system a complete disaster. Grades. The whole grading system is based on treating children like commodities. If they accept their superficial teaching, they're rewarded and told they are quote-unquote capable of work, as Erica Goldson put it. If they question the so-called authority of the teachers, they get reprimanded and they have their families turned against them. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Once, a student corrected his teacher who had stated that a person's behavior is determined by the phases of the moon. The student's desk was turned backwards and pushed to the back of the classroom where he was required to sit for the remainder of the school year. His parents were told that he had, quote-unquote, disrupted the class. On top of all that, whenever a student asks why something is the case, the teacher most likely would say, because, or you have to, or it's the law, or because that's the way it is. All of these, by the way, are either begging the question or an appeal to authority, or is rarely true because someday you'll need to know it. Okay, I think I've been talking about the problem enough, so I'll get to the solution. Unschooling. No, it is not what it sounds like. It's not unlearning. It's passion-driven education. Instead of 20 things, children would 5th-ish ask 5-ish things that they care about. Plus, if they don't care about math, they should still do that. Unschooling is done at home or on a field trip or other places. With unschooling, learning is not confined to a classroom and children are not treated like commodities in a one-size-fits-all manner. Speaking of homeschooling, there is a threat to homeschooling freedoms. Politicians. Yep, you heard me right. In 2015, just 9 years ago, Michigan State Representative Stephanie Chang proposed a bill designed to limit homeschooling freedoms. It involved forcing parents to register their children as homeschooled, as well as forcing parents to send their children to a professional, a therapist, for example, every year. Also, the government would most likely choose what professionals they can go to. This doesn't sound super bad, but it's just the nose of the camel, the first step. Luckily, the bill didn't pass. However, we should still be on the lookout for bills like this one. As John Adams said, freedom must at all hazards be supported. We have a right to it, derived from our maker. But if we had not, our fathers have earned and bought it for us, at the expense of their ease, their estates, their pleasure, and their blood. Here's a not-so-fun fact. In Germany and Sweden, it is illegal to homeschool your children.
No, 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 no!
So I think that's a good place to wrap it up. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see you in the next video.